everyone, it's Darby from rejoiceandcreate.com. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so we can craft together in the future. Well, today I have a very quick and easy project. It goes really fast because I needed something quick to gift some seeds for a birthday. And our standard seeds are 4.5 by 3.25, and it just tucks nicely sideways into this little pocket. But what makes it so fast is the pocket is made with a standard A2 card base. And I have a bunch of these that I got in a package where they had several different card bases and envelopes, and it makes a very quick pocket. But what makes it even faster is I pulled out my shape dies and just started cutting some scraps in my scrap bin. So this is actually a scrap bin project, and you can use up some of your card bases that are sitting around. Now for these projects I use the Stitched Shapes framelits, and these are from Stampin' Up. But I will show you the sizes so that you can see what you have in your stash that would work for it. Now I went and created another little butterfly, and I thought they were really pretty and abstract and quite colorful because of the patterns of the paper that I had in my scrap bin. But you can make them from any of your standard A2 card bases, and if you do not have one, then just take a 5.5 by 8.5 and score it on the 8.5 side at 4.25, and you'll get a standard 4.25 by 5.5 inch card. And that's what I used for these bases. But really, you can use any size card that you want to for what you need to gift. All right, so let me just quickly show you how I made the pocket out of the card. And I'm going to show you how I do both a horizontal and a vertical one. And this is the standard card base, and this one I will do a horizontal one. Now I want to punch a decorative reveal. I don't know if you saw that in here, but each one of them I had a decorative reveal, and you don't need that there, or you could simply use a circle punch. But what I did was use some of the label punches that I happen to have. Again, use what's in your stash. So all I did was made a mark right in the center of the front, and I used one of my decorative label punches, and this is a pretty label punch, I believe. So I just put it in there, centered it on that mark, and punched, and it gave me a pretty reveal. All right, depending on what you want to put into it, you may want to use either a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch or just a very thin glue line to seal your pocket. Because if you're using a bigger gift card, and I'll show you one of those in a minute, it is very close to the edges. So I'm going to use a 1/8 inch piece of tape. All right, so I'll just fold that down and burnish where the tape is. And you have a little pocket that's sideways. Of course, that's pretty straightforward. Let me go ahead and make a vertical one. Or to tell you if you have a pocket, now this is also a leftover one from, I believe, a paper pumpkin as well that I didn't use. So if you don't like the pattern on the outside, just turn it around to the inside and use the inside of the card, which is usually white or a neutral. And that's what I'm going to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it so I can see a little bit of the pattern maybe in my decorative reveal. So I'm going to do it this way. So again, right in the front, I'm going to make just a little mark. And I'm doing that by just centering it on here so I know exactly where the center of it is. And I have another decorative label punch, and this is the story label. And I'm going to use that one right in the center to make a nice little reveal. So that's the way to hide the pattern if you don't like the pattern or the color, because you can minimize it by just putting a little reveal and putting the color to the inside, and then you can have the neutral color on the outside. All right, so let me show you a couple of different things that I created using this pocket. Of course, you saw the 2 butterflies, and let me actually pull out how I put these together. For the butterflies, I needed 2 of the oval, and this happened to be the largest oval on the stitch shape framelits, but you can use the size that suits you the best. This one is 3/4 inches by 2.5 inches. You need 2 of them. And I also used 2 circles, although you could put ovals on the bottom too if that's what you have. But I used the 2 3/8 inch circle, which happened to be the second from the largest. So if you're counting down from large to small, this is the second one. And you'll need 2 of those as well. For the body, I actually used the smallest oval in this group, which is 1 3/4 inches by 3/4 inch. And for the antennas on this one, I used the triple leaf punch and just cut the center leaf off of it. For this one, I just went ahead and used some twine, tied some knots in the twine, and just used it in a V underneath the body of the butterfly. So as long as you don't go over tremendously, because remember this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card, and it will fit in an envelope that's a little bit bigger. This will actually fit still in the standard A2 envelope, or you can go ahead and create a new envelope if you want to make a bigger one. All right, so that's how I made the butterfly. Let me show you another cute little pocket that I made. All right, so this one I went a little bit more masculine and made one that looked like a dragonfly. Now for this one, these are the shapes that I used. I went ahead and used 4 of the ovals, and this is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4, and these are approximately, because when I measured them, they might be a 1/16 of an inch off, but this is an approximate size for all of the shapes that I used. And I used 4 of those, and then I used 3 of the 1 3/4 by 3/4 inch, and I layered them on top of each other. Now, just for the antenna on this one, I just hand cut a V. I just created, from the end, I created a little V, and then I just created a bigger V. And that gave me an antenna. And this pocket was vertical, and that's what I was talking about to the bigger gift cards, because some of the gift cards come rather big, because they come with the gift card as well as plastic that's stuck to it. And when you make this, now if you go vertical, you have plenty of room on either side, but if you're going horizontal, it's very close on both sides. 1/4 of an inch will do it very tight, but if you do that 1/8 of an inch, it'll fit in easily. So that's my dragonfly. Let me show you another one. Okay, so this is another one I made, and it's a really adorable little ladybug. And inside this pocket, which I made sideways in landscape, I have 2 tea bags. And let me show you how I put that one together. So I used the largest of the stitch circles, and this is a 3-inch circle for the body, and of course I did it with a patterned paper that I had in my scrap bin, which I thought was really cute. And then I used another 3-inch circle for the wings, which I cut in half. The spots are 1/2-inch circle punch, and the head is a 1 3/8 inch circle that I tucked under the body. You can see right there. And I used the same pattern paper from my stash. Or you can use one of the ovals. If you have an oval as well, you can kind of use an oval that's appropriately sized and kind of tuck that under. Now, what you'll see for my antennas on this one, of course, you could use the ribbon, the twine, you could cut the V. There's a lot of things you can do, but I actually used a heart punch for this one. And let me show you how I did that. All right, so for the heart punch, what I did is I took the edge of a piece of cardstock or paper if you want to, and I used a heart punch. You can use any size heart punch, and cut it so it cleared the center part right there. All right, so now that I have that part of the heart, I actually moved it in just a little bit more and kept it centered and even on both sides, and then punched it. I think I'm even. There we go. And this is what I come up with. So this is a very cute set of antennas for a ladybug. All right, so this is my ladybug, but then I thought, how fun would it be to use something for a little piece of candy or something for maybe Easter? So let me show you what I did. And this is what I came up with. This is an adorable little bunny, and she is made, of course I have a bow on her head, so she is made with the largest circle, which is a 3-inch circle. And the 2 ovals I used were the second from the largest oval in this set that I used, but they are 2 3/4 by 1 3/4, and that's the larger oval. Now, if you want to put like a tinted piece of paper, and you can see I'm cutting patterns from my scrap bin, you can use a 2 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch oval for the inside of the ear. For the nose, I just punched a 1/2 inch circle out of the same pattern paper from my scrap bin, and even the bow on this one, which I created with a retired bow punch, was created with that same pattern paper that I used for the bunny's ears. And inside this one, I just have 2 of the strawberry fruit strips, which I think are really tasty. But you can put any thin and flat type of candy in there. Let me show you what one of the big Hershey's would look. Now this is there's one smaller standard size which comes in a 6-pack, but let me show you what this one is, which is a little bit bigger, would look like in there, just so you can get an idea. That's how that one would look. It actually stick out just a little bit. But I think that makes a very cute one for Easter. So here's a very quick and easy gifting pocket that you can use for gift cards or other flat treats or seed packets or tea bags, whatever you can think of. And it goes very quickly. Just pull out your scrap bin, some nested dies, and your leftover card bases. And I'm sure that you can think up so many more than I did. If you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to be notified of new videos as I upload them. For more information on this project, including the punch art templates, and for all the other projects I've done, please visit rejoiceandcreate.com. And as always, until we meet again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!